right, class. Today we're going to be drawing people, and the key to drawing people is getting the proportions down. This is what is going to graduate you from drawing stick figure people to full figured people. And what I have before you is a technique that I've been using forever. It's old as fuck. It's called, not really technically, it's called the 7.5 heads method. I think that's just a nickname. I'm sure it has an actual name, but this is the traditional way of drawing people, is by using this model of proportions. So it's basically saying, if I drew a head over here and repeated that head 7.5 times, that is basically this little totem pole I have here of heads. That is how big this person needs to be for it to be anatomically correct. Now, the average person is somewhere between 6 heads and 7.5 heads. Nobody should be 8 heads. Maybe if you're like a supermodel, but even this 7.5 heads is pretty close to like a supermodel or a Greek statue. So we're going to be kind of working off of this method today. And that's because it's just a good way to like learn the traditions first, and then you can work your way backward to kind of adding any adaptations. And today is a really just like an intro into figure drawing. If you find today's exercise exciting and you want to keep working with figure drawing, I highly suggest taking a figure drawing class. They're awesome. There's so much to learn. This is like basically starting off on training wheels, what we're doing today. And drawing figure studies is like becoming a BMX rider. Like, you have to practice a ton. So consider this just the basics. You're putting those training wheels on, and we're using this method today. So the way I got set up over here was I drew my 7 heads. So you'll do that yourself. You want to make sure all of your heads are the same size. Mine might be a little off because I'm going fast. The way to measure if they're the same size, you can take your pen or pencil and find the width. So the widest part of your little egg-shaped head is going to be where you want to put the top of your pen and the bottom of your pen. Yes, I am using a crayon, but I'm going to say pen or pencil like 65 times. So this is the length of the widest part, right? It's not here, that's not the widest part. It's not here, that's not the widest part. It's right there. Okay? So I measure that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5. Yes, 7.5 times. Okay, then I have these kind of lines that I'll just go ahead and I draw a meridian line, so a line going straight down the center, right? Oh my gosh, look at that. It's the beginning of a stick figure person. And then I know that right below this line, so if I made a line right here, that's the bottom of the head. That's where the chin's going to go. Just a little bit below that, not quite halfway in the next circle down, but a little bit above that. So about a quarter of the way. Quarter of the way down is another line. This is going to be our shoulder line. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 heads down. On the chin, right about there, is going to be my hip bone line. That's where the hips are going to fall on this person. And then I can draw my arms. And for arms, you're basically going to take them all the way down to the hip bone line. I think I've made the shoulders a little too broad. Bring it in there. So the shoulders, you basically want it to be about as wide as 2 heads. So if I took the length of the head here, sorry, the width of the head here, and I put it here, so yeah, as close, somewhere halfway between there. Okay, we've got 1 head width here, and 1 head width here. So it should be about there. And my arms are going down to there. And I just draw a little circle there for my shoulders so I know where they're supposed to be. Okay. Then I draw the knees are going to be on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Head number 6. I put a line here at the top and a line here through the bottom. And I know that my knees are going to be somewhere right in the middle. And I try to get them equidistant from this meridian line. And they look like they're about, one's not way the hell over here or over here. They're about here. Maybe bring them a little bit closer because that's where your knees are going to go. And if you're standing with your legs together, like she is, your knees are going to be pretty close together. Okay, and then I draw a line connecting the hip to the knee, and I draw a line connecting the knee to the ankle, and then your feet are basically these little domes, these little half circles down here. Okay, so that's the basic skeletal framing of your figure. So why don't you guys go ahead and start doing that, and then we'll move on to the next video.